SummerSlam 1999 was a mixture of various things. There were a lot of things going into this pay-per-view. There was the return of the Lions Den match. Shane McMahon was in his first ever street fight, the first ever Kiss My Ass match, and of course we saw the return of Jesse the Body Ventura, who was the governor of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and that's where the pay-per-view took place, SummerSlam 1999. Yeah, I had this one on DVD. This is one of the first DVDs ever in WWF history. It's kind of cool. So there you go. Let's get right down to it. The first match of the night was the Eurocontinental Championship match between Jeff Jarrett and D'Lo Brown. D'Lo Brown was the dual champion here, and both titles were on the line. This match certainly got the crowd going. It was a pretty good contest. The match also has a surprise ending, but a nice opening contest with Jeff Jarrett winning the Eurocontinental Championship due to outside interference from Sexual Chocolate, Mark Henry. That brings us to the next match, the Tag Team Turmoil match for the number one contendership for the Tag Team Championships, which featured Edge and Christian, the Hardy Boys, Viscera, and Midian, Draws and Albert, the Acolytes, and Hardcore, and Crash Holly. This was a pretty good tag team turmoil match. Edge and Christian, along with the Hardys, started things off, and they have a great showing. They surely got the crowd pumped up with their high-flying offense. Jeff even takes a spear on the outside through midair. Edge and Christian had a great showing, lasting all the way to the final two. Very good match. Edge and Christian are the ones who made this match, but the ultimate winners of this match were the Acolytes. So the APA won the Tag Team Turmoil match and therefore became the number one contenders for the WWF Tag Team Championships. Next up, we get the Hardcore Championship match. Al Snow against the Big Boss Man. The match itself never took place in the ring. Snow and Boss Man fly all the way in the back, using whatever they could find on each other. They even take the match across the street to a bar, where the match ends. Definitely a wild matchup here, but these two certainly could have done better, since we all know what they could do in this kind of environment. The ultimate winner, though, was Al Snow, and Al Snow won the Hardcore title, or he retained it. One of the two. I don't know. I haven't seen this match in this pay-per-view in a long time. The women's title match, Ivory versus Tori. This was a nice little matchup. Ivory is a great women's wrestler. She was a great women's wrestler, I should say, and she made Tori look like what she was doing. A fairly good women's title match here with a little twist after the match. The ultimate winner here was, I believe it was Ivory. I'm pretty sure Ivory won that one. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think Ivory won. Yeah, she did. Okay. This brings us to the return of the Lions Den matchup. Ken Shamrock against Steve Blackman. The Lions Den match makes its return after debuting last year at SummerSlam 1998, which we'll talk about. Which we already did talk about with me and my buddy Gary. This match was very different from that one because there were weapons involved, and this was actually inside of a cage, unlike in the Hart Family Dungeon, or was that something else? I don't know. This match was more physical. The kendo sticks were used pretty good, but I found nothing really special about this match. The rules were just stupid and didn't really work right, but it's still worth a watch if you're into it. Next up, we get the Love Her or Leave Her Greenwich Street Fight match with Shane McMahon against Test. Now, this match I thought was awesome and very physical as well. The Main Street Posse would interfere, but they really didn't hurt the match, in my opinion. Test looked very good in this match, and so did Shane McMahon. A couple of good spots with weapons, and to point out, a good table spot, too. A very good street fight, one of Test and Shane's best matches, I think. Now we get the tag team title match. The Undertaker and the Big Show going up against X-Pac and Kane. This is a pretty good tag team match here. I enjoyed this match very much. I thought all four men looked very good in this match, but especially Kane. He took it to Taker and Show. A pretty good tag team match, much better than expected for sure. With the ultimate winners being The Undertaker and The Big Show. Which brings us to the Kiss My Ass match. The Rock versus Badass Billy Gunn, or as he's referred to now as Mr. Ass. A pretty good match, but not as good as it could have been. The match had some good action take place outside, including a shot to the ring bell from The Rock, or to The Rock, I should say, from Badass Billy Gunn, Mr. Ass. Another good match, but not one of my favorites of the night. The Rock ultimately got won over Badass Billy Gunn, which brings us to the main event of the evening. It was originally supposed to be Triple H versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, but Stone Cold played politics, and ultimately it was changed into a triple threat match, and they added Mick Foley. They ultimately added Mick Foley, with Jesse Ventura as the special guest referee. The ultimate winner of this match was Mankind, who knocked out Triple H following a pedigree and pinned Stone Cold to win his third WWF Championship. Jesse Ventura is given a bit to do in this match, most notably refusing to take a 3 count after Triple H decks Mankind with a steel chair. Mankind appears to be out for a good 30 seconds before returning to the ring to stun Triple H and get the pin. That's SummerSlam 1999. Out of 10, I'm going to give this SummerSlam a 8 out of 10. Best match of the night was probably the street match, the Lover or Lever street fight match between Shane McMahon and Test. And the worst match of the night was probably the Women's Championship match between Ivory and Tori. That's SummerSlam 1999. Coming up next, SummerSlam 2000.